Hey, welcome to Honors 10th grade English with Mrs. Hernandez. I'm Mrs. Hernandez. Most people just call me Hernandez. And this is just day one introduction information that you definitely need going forward. Just a real quick bit about me. I was raised here in Utah. I went to high school here in Utah, but then immediately after, I spent the next 17 years living and working in New York City and Boston and New Jersey. So I'm kind of from here, but I've spent most of my life not here. It's a strangeness that I started my teaching career in the Bronx in New York City. So that will explain a lot of why I'm so weird. Not all of it, but a lot. The most important thing that you need to know about me is that I really give a crap about you. I really care about your success in this class. And I really, really am interested in supporting you through this process. So please allow me to be on your team as far as finding success in this class, getting the grade that you want, and also getting the skills that you need to be successful moving forward. Some of my students tell me that I'm intense, and it's true. Intensity is my love language. I care about English language arts. I care about this class. I care about what it means to you and your future. And I also care about my students. I care a lot, and I'm not sorry. So if I'm ever really intense about stuff, just try to interpret that as me expressing how much I care about you, because it is the truth. Um, we're going to go over the disclosure in this class. We're just going to do a really, 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 really fast overview. It's really important that you read it though. So, because we're not going to cover everything about it. It's really important that you read the disclosure so you know what I'm expecting of you and what you can expect from me. We will go into this in more depth in smaller assignments moving forward, but just an overview today, just so you get an idea. So basically, this class is meant to help you not just be good at English language arts, but because English is the only class that you have all 4 years of high school, um, it's specifically designed to help you become a better student in general, right? It's designed to help you have better mental stamina, better life habits and time management, so you can get your work in on time without stressing yourself out. But most importantly, this specific class, Honors English, is meant to help prepare you for the expectations that will be within your 11th grade honors English class, and then your 12th grade college level English classes in CE English and in AP English. If you're on that track, I've taught all of those classes and I still currently teach some of those classes. And so I know exactly what I need to do to get you to a place by the end of the year that will help you prepare you for 11th and then 12th grade classes. So it's a process. It's meant to help you there. So again, we're going to take smaller dives into the disclosure. Right now, it's just a quick overview though. I can make you a few promises. If you don't know me already, I'm somebody who really means what I say and I say what I mean, right? So I'm going to make you a couple promises right now. To help you understand what you can expect from me, so then I can better explain what I'll expect from you. Um, the first thing that you can expect from me is that I know how to do my job, right? I'm good at it. I've done it for a long time. I've gone through a lot of trial and error. I'm very meticulous about how I execute the duties of my job as a teacher. So you can trust the process. I enjoy the process. You can trust that everything that I have laid out for you is to help you be better in some way, shape, or form, and to serve you and your future better. So just keep in mind, I've got this. All you need to do is trust the process. Also know that I'm the kind of teacher who I just really like the ball to be in your court, metaphorically, right? I like for you to have everything you need to be successful. So I will give you rubrics, checklists. I will spell everything out for you and make sure that you have all that you need to feel supported for your success in this class. And that way you can be as successful as you want to be. You can get the grades you want to get, because you have everything you need to be as successful as you want to be. If you look around the classroom, you'll see that I have a calendar thing, right? It's part of my goal to be a full disclosure kind of teacher, right? I want you to feel like you don't have any surprises in this class. You know what's coming up, you know what's expected of you in terms of due dates, and everything is meticulously planned in that way. So chances are, if you're ever surprised by a due date or a policy in this class, you probably just didn't take advantage of the communication through calendars, through due dates that I do give to you on a regular basis. This presentation just keeps going back when I mean to go forward. It's very frustrating. keep in mind that I'm the kind of teacher who plans everything before I start, right? So I already have fourth term planned, right? So some things that we do in first term aren't going to fully pay off until fourth term, right? So even though something in the moment might seem like a bit of busy work, right? And that you don't see the point, just know that there is a point and it's very carefully considered, right? There are no filler assignments, there's no busy work. Everything has a reason or a purpose, even if you can't see it in the moment. So just think of this class as a big puzzle, and I'm the only one who has that picture that shows you what the puzzle is supposed to look like by the time it's all put together. And your job is just to complete every puzzle piece and put it where I tell you to put it. And by the end of the year, you'll be able to look at and see the picture, step back and see the picture as well. But just for now, just think of yourself as picking up those individual pieces and just putting them where they need to be. You don't have to have the full vision now, just trust that the vision is there. You know what I'm saying? So everyone comes into every class, especially in high school, with the same exact questions. I already know what those questions are. I'm going to answer them right now for you as honestly as I can. Just know again that I'm going to go into all of what I have said and what I'm about to say in more detail later. But for now, let's just answer the frequently asked questions. Is this class difficult? Most of my honors students report that it's not a difficult class if you are in class. If you start to miss class, it's really hard to make up class because I try to fit so much into a class period to minimize what homework you have outside class. So if you're not in class, if you're not good at attendance, it can feel overwhelming. I don't think it's difficult. I do a lot of things that do require you to think, which some students do not appreciate. But so you might have to do some more in-depth and higher level thinking in this class, but I wouldn't say that there's so much work that it's unmanageable. I'd say it's medium. Is this teacher strict? I've had students think I'm really strict, and I've had students think that I'm super breezy. Most students really enjoy me and my class. The students who tend to not like me or think I'm too strict are the students who have a hard time separating the rules and the policies from me as a person and as a teacher, right? So if you have a hard time unblurring those lines, you might not like me as a teacher, and that's your business. That's okay. Even if you don't like me, you're still going to learn in this class and get a lot out of it. So you don't have to like all your teachers. That's okay, but you'll probably enjoy me. It's just a history speaks for itself, right? Can I get an A in this class? I would love for every single one of you to get an A in this class, and I think it's totally and completely possible. I make it possible for you to get A's. I have a redo policy. I allow for you to kind of pick the grade that you want in this class. But what's most important in this class is you'll get an A if you have good time management. If you have poor time management and you get in the habit of turning stuff in late or not doing what you're supposed to do, it's going to be hard to get an A. But if your time management is good and you know how to prioritize your life so your schoolwork comes first, it's not going to be a difficult A. I'll tell you that. So again, if you follow the class policies and you make them work for you, you can choose your citizenship grade and you can choose your letter grade. Honestly, I offer options for you to make up for mistakes and to redo things if you need to. So again, it's hard to do poorly in this class. You have to really want to fail, right? So what if I've struggled in English classes in the past? I have two things to say about that. I'm not trying to brag. It's just the truth. Guess who's literally never struggled in an English class ever? Me, right? So allow me to cover the Englishy things because I'm literally an expert in that and I can literally help you because it's literally my job. So trust me in the process. And then also try to withhold your judgment based on past English classes, right? So I do run things a little bit differently here. So if you didn't like English in the past, you might like the way I do things. And if you have loved English in the past, you'll probably still like this class because it's Englishy, my fellow nerds. You're out there. I know you are. Okay. So is there a lot of homework in this class? No. I do give consistent homework, mostly because if you are an honors student, it's really important for you to figure out how to manage a reasonable workload all throughout the year and stay consistent with that because I'm trying to prepare you for higher level classes, but also because the reason that we have an honors class is because we go into more depth and detail and it's more academically rigorous and higher level thinking, and we need the time to do that. So the things that you can do outside of class, that's what I assign as homework. So we have more class time to actually go into depth and relate the things that we're talking about to your life and how they're going to affect your higher level classes going forward. So that's a long way of saying expect about 30 minutes on average of homework per class period, right? So if you have 3 English classes a week, just assume that there's 30 minutes before each of those classes. And if there's 2 English classes a week, just assume that there's an hour of homework spread out over the week, right? So it's probably not going to be that much, but it'll ebb and flow. But an average of 30 minutes of homework per class period. I don't think it'll be quite that much, but that's what you plan for. And then maybe be surprised that it's a little bit less. So basically, I'm assuming that because it's an honors class, you understand how to function as like a human and like a person who is 15 or 16 years old. So all I really do is expect you to behave in an age appropriate manner. And I expect you to take responsibility for your choices. If you mess up, don't blame it on anyone else. If you mess up, work with me to make it right? Take responsibility for your choices and move forward, right? If you choose to blame me or your classmates or the world for your mistakes and your problems, that's your business. But the sooner you learn to take responsibility, the sooner you will be taken more seriously as a human being. So, it's a thing. So if you just followed this one rule, your life would be great in this class. So keep in mind, everything I do is to prepare you for future accelerated higher level English classes and future accelerated classes in general, right? So again, I'm trying to help you become a better student and a better human. So we'll talk a lot about that. What's important to remember is that I'm not against you, right? I'm not putting, obstacles in your way in hopes that you'll fail. I'm putting challenges in your way in your way in hopes that you will meet those challenges, get better, and move forward with awesomeness, right? So keep in mind that we are on the same team. If you want to think of me as being against you, that's your business, but it wouldn't be accurate, right? I want to work with you to get you the credit and the skills that you need to be awesome later on, right? The thing about this is I can't read minds. I really, really wish that I could. It would be my, mutant power of choice, but I can't. So until I develop mutant powers, you're going to have to actually communicate with me because I can't fix what I cannot know about, right? So if you have trouble talking to your teachers, if you find it intimidating, try to push through that because you got to communicate with me. Half the time that you're frustrated in the class, I don't even know, right? So you got to talk to me about it. Let me know about it. So my preferred means of communication is in person because even though it's 2024, in-person communication still minimizes confusion. So come talk to me during SRC. We'll talk more about that, but SRC is not the same as Viking Academy. It's a class period that we have every day where the teachers are in their classrooms ready to help you and ready to work, and you kind of just choose where you go. You can always talk to me during class. If you'd like it to be private, we can go into my office or into the hallway. I'm here after school most days as well. You can stop by. I ask all my students to download the Remind app. It's a really great way for you to communicate with me through your phone, so you don't have to have a computer to communicate. And then I also answer emails. My L Hernandez at DSD email is great, or you can also email me through Canvas as well. Please communicate with me. You're not bothering me. Please reach out. So again, remember, we're going to go into detail about all of this later, but the most important thing for you to know is the next class period that you come to English class and every single day after that, you need to have all of these materials, no exceptions, right? We're required to use laptops in class every day by the school administration and by the district. So you got to have your laptop, right? And not just a laptop, but it has to be fully charged and fully troubleshot. And we'll talk more about that, but you have got to figure out your habits in a way that will help you have a reliable device in school every day. We'll talk more about that. You need a pen and a pencil. I'm so surprised at how many people forget that this is school. So you need a pen and a pencil. You need a binder. It needs to be a substantial binder because I give out a ton of handouts and there's a reason for that. We'll talk about that later. In that binder, put some dividers in there, keep it organized, but I'm not going to micromanage how you organize it. We need 5 highlighters. Make them fun highlighters because when you got to use a highlighter, why not also be excited about it? They make the ones with the windows and they make the glitter and they make the pastels. I love office supplies so much. So go get some awesome highlighters that make your heart feel happy when you use them. That's all I'm saying. And then if I give you a book from the school that you're borrowing, I need that to be in class every day. And also you're taking it home every day, from home to school every single day consistently. So develop a habit where you have the text that we're reading in class every day. Keep in mind that you need to keep every handout that I give you, including the ones that I just gave you, right? You need to keep them. Sometimes I'll give you something in first term that I need you to pull back out in fourth term, right? So I will murder all the trees, but it's because I care. And we'll talk about why I do that later. But for now, just keep every handout, keep your binder, bring your binder to class every day. And, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I really appreciate it. Okay, bye.